On today's show,
you'll know how to start your Arduino project.
welcome to Know How. It's the Twitch show where we build, bend, break, and upgrade. I'm Father Robert Ballecer.
And I'm Brian Burnett.
And for the next 30 to 45 minutes, we're going to be showing you some of the projects that we've been playing with so you can take them home and geek out on your own. Brian, it's good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you too, Padre.
Boom, pound
Glad
it.
to be here.
That's how that works. Now, we've done a lot of Arduino projects.
Yes.
Over the last year or so. Everything from the steampunk goggles to little sensors, servo controllers,
server motors,
the PTZ thing that we just finished up. But I wanted to backtrack a little bit because some people have been complaining that we kind of gloss over the start of an Arduino project. Where do we get the inspiration for it? How do we start writing the code?
Right.
I thought it might be nice to kind of step back and show them a couple of ways that they could do something interesting without really knowing exactly what's going on.
Kind of like just a getting started thing.
Yeah.
Getting the juices flowing when it comes to an Arduino project. And of course, when we're talking about Arduino projects, my favorite,
lights!
LEDs.
The lights!
Because anything that's bright and blinky, I will be immediately attracted to.
I think that's just a human thing. We like bright, we like blinky, and we like things that look shiny.
Yeah, well, the different colors don't hurt either.
No. Time for a little unboxing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got this. Completely just showed up one day.
Just appeared on your desk.
Just appeared on my desk.
Like most cookies that find their way there.
And I actually, when I first got this, I'm like, oh, cookies!
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Which, because, you know, my plants think I'm fat.
Oh, I didn't. Sorry. You're just compacting the soil, right?
They're like, we can't breathe! You're sucking in all the light. You've got the density of a black hole.
Just means you've got a lot of gravity, Padre.
Oh. Okay, no, let's actually look what's inside the box. So inside here is quite possibly one of the easiest development kits I've ever seen. It reminds me a lot of, do you remember Little Bits? They used to be a sponsor here on Twit. This is Little Bits, but with an Arduino.
Oh, okay.
And it's the same concept. Make really easy to use, easy to understand modules that I can snap together and then create projects.
Well, the colors even remind me of this little guy here.
There's a reason for that, because if you look on the side here, this is actually Lego compatible. So if you wanted to build this into a Lego model, you could.
What?
See, there's a little Doctor Who on top. Woohoo, my favorite doctor.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but so this is how it works. These are all magnetic. So the top level modules are all magnetic. And it allows me to say, okay, what I'm going to need for this project, I'm going to need this, of course, because this is my core CPU. This has got the micro Arduino, the Atmega controller. So this is actually an 8-bit dev board with an Atmega, I think it's an A32U4.
Whoa, what's the other side look like?
Oh, just like that. So, I mean, you'll notice this. This looks like one of those little smaller Arduinos that we play with.
Oh, that's awesome.
But it's also got these pins. And what those pins do is it allows them to connect to modules that are above and below. So it's got pads on this side and pins on that side.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it's actually very well designed.
And then the other one's a Bluetooth module?
Yeah, so I've got a Bluetooth module in case I wanted to add wireless connectivity. So let's say I want to control a project via my smartphone. I didn't have to worry about wiring up a Bluetooth module. I just snap it on. This one is the battery module. So this allows me to get power to my project even when I'm not connected to the USB. And this last one, this actually is huge. This is important. This is a hub, so it's I²C, which is what we're going to start using on a lot of our Arduino projects because it allows us to do one-wire control.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, think about the projects that we've had recently, like, for example, the servo controllers or the stepper motor controllers, where we could only hook up 3 before we ran out of pins. Well, with I²C and I²C compatible drivers, I could have one cable that just goes from one I²C to the next I²C, the next, the next, the next. I could control as many controllers as that processor will let me do.
That is neat. I like that.
And here's how it connects. So I'm going to start with the battery module, like so. And I'm just going to put the core on top of it. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on top of that. You cannot connect it wrong. If you try to hook it up the wrong way,
the magnets won't let you.
Yeah, see, that's that simple magnetism. What? It's like, no, hook me up the right way.
That's cool. Although now it's like, I wish I had a big computer that could do this. You know? Like,
Right?
I just want to put a different video card in. I'll snap it in.
Exactly. Well, and then, of course, you know, we always have to add the Lego. Hey, Patrick, I'm sorry, but...
Yeah, see, this is how you know Patrick's on vacation, because we've raided his Lego stash.
Okay, so, but those are the main modules. There's actually more in here. Inside, of course, you're going to find... This is important. If you've bought this for a younger adult, this actually has projects where they just like match up the pictures.
Oh, okay, so you're speaking for me. Someone
For you,
who's a
so
young,
yeah,
young
when I
adult
get you
at
a
heart,
version
yeah.
of this. But then I'm also going to get a lot of additional modules. This is all the power stuff. So it's going to allow me to... Oop. These are my I2C connectors, which will allow me to connect as many devices as I want to this hub. Then this is the power module, which will allow me to power either off of AAA standard batteries at 1.5 volt, or I can use lithium-ion cells at 3.7 volts.
Nice.
Which is nice. It gives me a little bit of flexibility. And it means that I don't have to jury-rig some sort of power solution.
Yeah, and I mean, we were just talking about making your projects look nice. This looks really
nice.
Well packaged. Yeah.
Got my little batteries in here. But this is what's important. These are the I2C devices that come into the box. So if you go to the close-up on the side here, these are 2 crash switches. And quite simply, all a crash switch is it's a switch that turns on when you crash into it. So this has a little toggle.
Oh.
So when you hit that, I think you can hear it.
I can hear a little bit of clicking.
Yeah, clicking. So that's off, that's on. Off, on,
They're
off,
called
on.
what?
Crash switches.
Crash switches.
But you'll notice, see that little port right there? That's I2C. So it's a single cable that allows me to come out rather than hooking up multiple jumpers. Okay. The other ones in here, now you'll know what these are. I get 2 of these.
Those look very familiar. Those look like little LEDs.
Yes, they are. These are WS2812s. And you'll notice they call them microarduino color LEDs, but I could actually hook up the standard WS2812 strips that I've had. It uses the same logic. This is cool. Behind here, you'll notice it has the I2C sockets, but it has out and in. So
you can daisy chain them?
I can daisy chain these.
Ah, cool.
Because remember, the way that WS2812s work is they take the 4 bytes off the top of the stack.
And they just push them to the next.
Right, so it'll take it in, it'll take 4 bytes off of whatever comes in, and it'll push the rest through the out. And then I've got a couple of fun ones. Let's do this. Let's just take this out. This is a buzzer, in case I want to make sound. And then this one right here, that's a microphone. And I'm going to be using that in a future project, because imagine a device that only responds once like it gets over a certain sound level.
Oh, like lights come on to tell you to say, be quiet.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Like this could replace the Burke light. Once we get over a certain amount of sound in the studio, it turns on the shut up light.
Robots are taking over our jobs.
All right, I have preloaded some code onto this. It is just the sketch environment, but they actually provide a link to download a version of the Arduino Sketch IDE that already has the libraries built into it.
Nice.
Okay. So I've gone ahead and assembled, I've pre-programmed this. I'm going to need these 3 modules. I'm going to need power, I'm going to need the core, I'm going to need a light, I'm going to need a crash switch, which I have out, and then I'm also going to need the buzzer. So and actually, technically I don't need power, but I'm going to go ahead and hook it up. So let's start by doing this. I'm going to give this power. Thanks you.
And everything's really well spelled out on the boards and stuff,
super
too.
well labeled. Yeah, I mean, you can actually plug the connectors into the wrong place, which I like. It really cuts down on the possibilities of blue smoke, because you know I don't like blue smoke.
Yeah, we see it far too often.
Yeah, again, it's kind of sad. All right, so I'm going to hook up the battery to my power module, and this will allow me to supply power both to the core USB processor and to all the connected devices. I'm going to need some I2C cables here so that I can connect the individual sensors, the lights, and the switch to my project. If you go ahead, you can't plug this in wrong. Go ahead and try to connect this cable.
Watch me find a
There
way.
we go. Connect, those 2.
Connect these 2.
Yeah, so put those I2C cables into there.
Okay.
But you got to do it here so Kara can get you.
Oh,
I know, right? It's so demanding.
let's see. I gotta put it in.
I can't see it, Brian. Come on.
A little higher.
While you're working on that, I'm going to go ahead and start assembling the rest of the project. You can, there's a forward and a backward, but it won't plug in backward. Oh, wait, no. So you need a separate cable for that.
What?
There you go.
All right.
There we go.
Yes.
Yes,
okay.
Yes. Now you're getting
coming
it, Brian.
together now.
It's all coming together. Right. So we're going to go from the power. We're going to drop the core USB on top. We're going to drop the hub on top of that.
Right.
Now we need to connect this to here. I have predefined ports. So if you look at, I don't know if you can see on the sides here, there's actually numbers that run on the sides of each of these, and it tells you what devices are associated with those particular pins.
Yes, I can read those. There are, in fact, numbers there.
Yeah,
Just really itty-bitty.
Really teeny tiny. And this is where the instruction book is going to come in, because when you're young adult or when you go to assemble the project, hold on, I think this one was the birthday, the birthday project.
You say you programmed it. How did you interface with it?
It's just USB. There's a little USB port right here.
Oh, okay.
So it connects just like an Arduino. Just like any other Arduino that you've known, it connects to the USB port. It's seen as a serial port, and then it allows you to do it. So here, this shows you the...
Sorry. Got distracted.
This shows you the circuitry. So up top, so 6-7 is going to go to the buzzer.
You should point that towards the camera.
6-7 is going to go to the buzzer. 4-5 is going to go to the crash switch. And then down here at the bottom, I'm going to have A0 and A1 go to the LED. Right.
Okay, yeah.
So let's go ahead and hook this up. LED, where are you, LED? There we are.
Oh.
That's going to go to the bottom, like so.
Bottom right corner, right?
Buzzer is going to go up top, like so. And then I've got the crash switch, which goes into the slot right below it, like so.
Just like Legos.
Just like Legos. And then I'm going to go ahead and give it some power.
Okay.
And once I confirm that it has
smoke.
power, oh, actually, I think the batteries are dead.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so folks, whenever you do a demo like this, always make sure the batteries are okay.
Do you want me to go get some batteries?
No, I'm going to just power it off the USB.
All right.
Yeah, but that's what we're going to do. Sorry about that.
Batteries, the
I
bane of our existence.
may have had a bit too much fun with this last night. Sorry about that. That's my fault. There we go. And there we go. Now we got power. Boop, boop, doop, doop. Give it time. It's going to go ahead and boot up. It should still find the code that I pushed up to it yesterday, just like I did on a standard IDE sketch.
Oh. Happy birthday? Is it because it's alive and it's its own little birthday song for
Basically.
it? Oh, that's cool.
So what we've just done is we've created one of those annoying Hallmark singing gift cards.
Yep.
which in and of itself is not a great accomplishment.
No.
But imagine, we actually, this is actually a pretty advanced Arduino project, because not only do we have to deal with the code, but we're dealing with I²C, which is very cool.
Yeah, no, that's really cool.
And unlike some of the other kits that we've had on the show, this is, because it's an Atmega chipset, because it uses the Arduino sketch environment, because it uses standard I²C, I can take all of the devices that we've been playing with on the show since we started playing with Arduino, and it will work on this.
That is really cool.
There you go.
And you can just disassemble it too, right?
Yep, just pull it apart.
Done.
See, there you go.
And then I can snap it back and it would start playing again.
Exactly, and it gives you the added benefit of, if you've got kids who are playing with this, they can build these devices into the middle of Lego devices. So imagine you have one of the Lego Mindstorm that actually has stepper motors built into it.
Oh.
Now get some I²C drivers and you can remote control. You can create the brain for like a Lego walking device.
Yeah, or you can put little LEDs inside of your Millennium Falcon and like hit a button and have it light up inside and stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
So if you are looking for a cool kit, go ahead and try out mCookie. We're going to be doing some projects with this because I do want to expand on this. It's not the cheapest thing ever. Actually, Kara, I believe we have a link here. This is the basic building blocks kit that we have in front of us. It's $99. So Could you buy it less expensively? Absolutely. In fact, you could probably put together all the things that we have on the table for about $40.
But they wouldn't be magnetic.
It wouldn't be magnetic. It wouldn't snap on like this.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have a library of ready-to-go projects.
That's true. That's true.
Which, you know, that's
fair.
what you're paying for. And that's fair. It gives you something over the standard Arduino environment. And if you are one of these people who was complaining that we don't have enough projects that start you simple enough,
right.
This is about as simple as you can get.
You could buy this box and give it to your kid. Yeah. You wouldn't instead of like, here's an Arduino, like, go figure it out.
Exactly. Hey, so I saw someone do something really cool with this Arduino. I'm just going to throw it at you. Have fun.
See what happens. Yeah.
This actually starts them off with, here are 10 projects that you can do.
Right.
And by the time you get to the end, even though at the beginning you were just assembling blocks and then loading preloaded software or pre-created software, by the end you should have an understanding of how the individual pieces work.
Very cool. I like it.
Yeah. We're going to give you links to this kit and to everything else that we talked about in our show notes because, yeah, folks, I'm sorry, we've come to the end of this episode. Brian, where do they find our show notes?
Oh, I think if you wander on over to twit.tv/KH, you'll find not only our show notes, but handy links to subscribe or download the version of the episode that you would prefer. And yeah, so if you want the links to this project, you want that, and you know, there's other projects that we've covered that you'll probably want show note links for that too.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, if you really want to get engaged with the Know-It-All community, you got to join us on Google+. Just go to Google+ and search for Know-How. There is an approval process because we're trying to get rid of all the spammers. But once you're in, you will have access to an amazing group of over 10,000 makers, builders, DIYers, geeks, people who just like to see things being built. If you've got a question about a project, if you've got a desire for a new project, or if you're an expert who would like to come back and help those who are just starting off, please, please, please join us.
That's right. Submit your projects, and we might even feature it on the show. But if you wanted to contact us directly, or you wanted to see what we're doing outside of Know-How, you'd want to follow us on Twitter.
Tweet.
I am Cranky_Hippo.
And you're going to find me at PadreSJ. And you're going to find our director, or actually, sorry, we are technical director.
Technically our director?
Kara Gumpel.
Kara Grumpel.
That's disgusting. Don't suggest.
I think it was Kara.
Actually, Kara, what is your Twitter address?
At KARA080.
080. And you need to follow her because right now the Twit raccoon is almost catching her. So please follow her.
And there's a big mystery behind the 080. I think there's a story behind it. Right?
Don't ask about it.
Forget about it. Forget about it. Until next time, I'm Father Robert Ballecer.
I'm Brian Burdett.
And now that you know how,
go do it. Lego it. I'm going to snap all these together.
I know, right?